Welcome everyone to the ordinary full meeting of Stanley Town Council held on Tuesday the 20th of June 2024, 6:30 at St Margaret's Church Hall, Hatfield. We move on to the agenda. Housekeeping. Could I ask everyone to either switch off or make silent their mobile phones, please? There's no planned fire drills and the safety exits are clearly marked in case anything happens and we need to be out. Item 2 on the agenda is apologies back.
I received apologies for but it is Tully, Councillor, Alex Clegg, and Councillor Jones.
Thank you, Chair. I thought apologies on the Councillor John Hall was on there.
Item 3 on the agenda, declarations of interest. Is anyone on declarations of interest?
The number 20, yeah, rather than the minutes.
Item 4 on the agenda, players announcements. Just to let people know that on June 1st, I attended a volunteer awards evening at Quaking Houses for the Troll. Everyone had a good night and handed out the awards to the people. And it was, like I say, it was a brilliant night and everybody had a good time. On the 6th of June, I was attended the veiling of the 80th D-Day anniversary at Stanley Street. Where there was a short service dedicated to all the armed forces personnel. Then we went over to Stanley Care Home, Little Mountain Peace, and had a fantastic afternoon, being entertained and what happened. On the 23rd of June, I attended the Armed Forces Raising of the Flag event on Stanley Street. It was a nice service once again, and everybody enjoyed it. And can we ask people to remind people about it this Sunday, because it doesn't matter how many times we put it on Facebook, we'll never seen it advertised. So this Sunday is the Armed Forces Day, where everything's on Stanley Street. And that's all I've got to say. And we'll move on to the leader's statement.
Really, I just wanted to add to what you just said, Carol, and that's a big thank you to all of our staff and everything they did to make those events work really, really well. They were excellent, so thanks everyone. And everything else was on the agenda at the end, so thank you.
Thanks very much, Jeanette. Item 6 on the agenda is an update from the Acton Town Clerk.
I've got a couple of updates. Some of them will be given in Part B under the stuff and updates. I just wanted to give you a quick update on the website. I did make some notes from coming up on the desk, so that's going to have to on here. So we've been working with a company called Ocean, who have been really great at leading us through what we need to do to get all of our documents ready to go live. So we're still on target for live in July. The staff are just constantly working to get documents ready. There will be a number of areas on the website when we go live that will be hidden, so we'll still be working on the content. Hopefully, you'll see the potential of it when we go live. It won't be all singing and dancing at first, but have the potential to do that.
Thank you for that. Next item is item 7, public participation. Do we have any questions from the public, or any of the public who's present want to ask any questions? No.
Chair, I think we said any thumbs.
Next item is item 8, confirmation of minutes. It's attachment A, to approve as a record and sign the minutes of the annual general meeting held on the 20th of April. Can we approve them? Yeah, it's a question. $220, the subscription for it, outside all the thing. Who's the one that was dealing with this? Yes, I don't know. Is the one that we're approving? It's the minutes of the AGM. Yeah. What's down here, 2020 subscription perfect, outside all the resolution. I listened to the YouTube video. It certainly sounds as though we did actually we took a vote on it.
Right, that's correct. So what happened was, they went ahead and, listened to the, posted with the next second event, and then we had a little bit of debate about it afterwards. So the one that we debated was the one that didn't get approved, which is the SLCC one. And,
The way it sounds, been told, there's proposed that the first two were accepted, and the third one was dropped.
that's right.
That's the one that we took the vote on.
That's right, so you voted on that to say to drop. And then there was a bit of debate on it afterwards, because remember that Diane had already brought it to council, and it had already been approved by council at an earlier meeting. So what I said I would do is I would go back and investigate when that was, so we could then bring it back to council, and I think one of the council's coming to which one was asking how much it cost. So I put it on the agenda tonight.
Yeah, and that's,
Yeah.
cost.
It's on the agenda tonight. Yeah.
So that third one has actually been dropped. It's the vote.
Yes, but it's come back tonight.
Yeah. I just put that on.
Whether we have 4 or 6 months on it.
Move on to item 9, which is accounts for payment and bank reconciliation. The 24 schedule of payments is attachment B, schedule of receipts. The C and bank reconciliation and balances is attachment D. The council is requested to consider the attached information and approve the payment of the accounts. And note the bank reconciliation from May 2024.
Yes.
I'll second that. Oh my God, if I can read down the edges. B, C and D. Item 9. Or on yeah. B, C and D. Yeah, so B, C and D, yeah. Got them all in there. Yeah. Can we have a show of hands just to be clear, please? Yeah. No. So move on to item 10 is the annual accounts and governance statements. Do you want us to go through them all, or all these have all had papers? The responsible finance officer, sorry, Paul, I've got another question on this set, the risk record. There was a committee for the risk records there, and when I first came out of the council, we met, and then we haven't met again since, so we don't know what's happened there.
So it's going to be picked up as part of all of the policy documents that we have to deal with. So it will be within the 12 months of the commencement of the new town class.
And will it be done back with you?
Pardon?
So will it be done with the same group of people again, or what?
Well, I guess I'll bring it back to pencil with what
You're
you're
wrong,
on
Ray. I think it's just as and when, isn't it?
Yeah, it does definitely need a review, so you know it's not something that we weren't aware of. We knew it needs reviewing along with the policies. So there is a plan, get them all up to date. So we'll be done with, so thanks for that.
So the council's requested to consider the attached documents, approve the annual governance statement for 2023-24, approve the annual accounts 23 to 24, resolve that the council has in place an effective system for internal control, resolve that the council has reviewed and updated the risk register, confirm that the council has arrangements in respect of all insurable risks in place and having done so, authorise the town mayor to sign the annual governance statement and the annual accounting statement 23-24 on behalf of the council. Do you want to take those in block like you normally do? Is everybody in agreement with it?
Yes.
I can't just call record my thanks on behalf of the councillors to all the work that's gone into the staff in making sure you've got good financial governance yet again this year. Massive thanks to Anne and her team for the work they've done in getting Anne to accounts to us in the community with us being.
I'll just ask Carol to sign. And then what comes with things afterwards, they'll now move to the external auditor. And then we'll get a report from them, from the external auditor section.
Can I just ask Chair, do we need to do a protocol?
Yeah.
For the meeting.
Yeah. So can we have a show of hands for that, please? Those four. Move on to item 11, core governance. Financial regulations, attachment 4. New financial regulations were reviewed by the policy working group and updated appropriately to reflect the working practices. The council is requested to accept and approve the recommendations from the policy working group held on the 17th of June 2024 and adopt the new financial regulations. And the second part of the review of all council policies, responsible finance officer provided an update and concern regarding the outstanding policy review and for agreement to amend all policies to reflect the new address and contact details as an initial review, then move to review statutory policies that require agreement annually. The verbal forward plan was provided using the current comprehensive list of documents and policies from CEDAW. I
just wanted to say that the policy group we went through all of these defined with clear and we were all very happy to find everything. The whole of the financial regulations have to be looked at because there's new things that have to be put into them. So going back to square one basically and work through the whole thing. It's a very comprehensive piece of work.
So in my art we have to approve the policy group recommend council approve. So for the core governance that is each form to the final regulations that's the next financial regulations attachment 4. Can we have those approved please? Yeah. Anybody? No, everybody's approved. So that one goes through. And the second one, review of all council policies. Can we approve that one too? Mr. Kane?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the mission statement, which is the attachment C. Can we approve attachment C? It's got a question. Yeah. Has anybody got any questions? No.
Me too.
We'll move on.
Does anybody have any questions?
Right,
Then, do you have something? Oh, the only thing I felt that was missing was, I think it would be nice to have something, in our mission around, supporting health and well-being, through sport, and through supporting people's mental health as one of our priorities. I don't know what other people think. Not just sport, anybody who will do something towards mental health, but obviously sport is a good one as an example.
I think the mission statement is just a starting point for governance to be developed into a plan. Right, so I think full discussions on what needs to be added or taken will come from them.
Moving on to item 12, internal audit, roadway plan, April 24th to March 25. Attachment Q. Recommended that members agree to the 1-year internal audit work plan for 2024-25. Is everybody ready? Yes? Everybody does? I think everybody's in agreement. We'll move on to item 13, subscriptions to outside organisations, the SLCC membership.
So I touched on this earlier. She raised the question about the being voted. So we had previously come to full council on the 28th of November by our interim local clerk, and it was approved. However, the subscription was never purchased. So when I came back to council last month, I wasn't sure if the 6 months had run out or not. So obviously it had. So that vote that happened last month, where it was voted to go with 2 and not the 1, can stand, or you can consider approving the subscription upon commencement of the new chief officer, and the annual cost roughly £403 plus £20 joining fee. So
Anything else? Can I ask what it's actually, because I'm a bit ignorant of these policies and what have you. Who does it cover?
So it's tools for the town clerk,
Right,
to get advice and guidance,
right,
especially the new to that kind of role, somewhere where they can go that's independent of the councillors to check on the legal side of things. And
yeah, I think it's a necessity. It's a necessity, especially the amount of clerks we go through. I think we need to have somebody there to give guidance, and keep whoever legal on the straight and narrow.
I was just going to say, we have a show of hands for those who approve.
Yeah.
Anyone against? No. Item 14, travel applications. Delegated list circulated to council throughout the month. Council to resolve that the application. If any objections are to be submitted.
Can I just say, Chair, that I mean, mostly by the time we get them and recirculated, we've already
The
got
times
them.
run out.
Yeah. So I know it's a convention that we get them, but really, if anybody's got an object, they need to object themselves and quick, because we was getting them.
Even that's to make the town council.
Obviously, the temple, they're straight away. Yeah.
Right. We will move on to item 15. Update from Durham County councillors. Council to receive update from Durham County Council. Who wants to give an update?
I'll give an update on a couple of things that I've been involved with. The first one is that people will have seen that the new DLI Museum's opened up the story with displays. Fantastic facility, it was opened formally last week. I was lucky enough to get a preview 2 weeks earlier to look at co-locates all the registrar services. It's got all the archives there. It brings together the collections and the archives of the former for the DLI, supported by the DLI trustees. And it was good to see quite a lot of our DLI association from Stanley involved with it as well when I went through. So that's opened, fantastic facility. It's got all the council archives and all the network archives going back to the early 1900s. We've got loads of information. It's going to be a great asset for the community going forward. And it obviously co-locates a number of different council services in one state-of-the-art building, so the running costs have come down, so it saves money for the council longer term as well. So that's something that's happened over the past couple of weeks. We haven't been able to make as much of a fuss out of it because of the current situation being in the general election, but I'll just encourage everybody from Stanley to go along and have a look. There's good parking ride opposite, and there's decent access via bus routes as well. So got all the old archives from all district councils. If anybody wants to talk to themselves and have a look at the bunch by the Gene and others will remember of the district council. So that was good. The other thing that I've been heavily involved in, as people know, is I've been working with Councillor Hanson on the redevelopment of the football centre at Beamish, where we've got 650 children and young people a month going through there. We've been working very closely with STARS and the boys here as well. We've seen a group of young people who've been seeing that. It's a 1.6 million fund from government into Stanley to support youth provision and youth services. It's due to open in 7 weeks, slightly under budget by a couple of grand, or 2 weeks ahead of schedule as well. So I'll make sure all the town councillors get an invite when we do the official openings. Like, regardless of anyone's politics, it'd be great to have these all along, have a look at what's going on there and see all the different youth services that are going to be provided from there going forward. So I'm welcoming over. I think that covers our work.
So, Carl, can I just ask you something? Has the entire archive been digitalised? Obviously, it's still available as well. You know what I mean?
A bit of both. So I think the majority of it has been digitalised now, and we've got some new technology for the archive service in there. And certainly the people who accessed it before in the dungeons of County Hall, it's new state-of-the-art facilities in there for people to be able to access things, but you still can go and physically get your hands on and everything that was in the archives as well.
Oh, smashing, thank you.
Anybody else want to say anything? Move on to item 60, board vacancy, attachment R and S.
Yeah, so we received 2 applicants, which was good, and who wish to be considered to be opted on the council. And so everybody's seen a copy of the application forms from Sarah and Frankie put it in there. So really at this point in time, you're invited to say a few words if you wish. And for councillors ask any questions. Sarah, did you want to?
Yes, I think I'm Sarah. Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm one of the great new happy in here more. We like to think of ourselves as enablers, so invite just by word of mouth adults with learning disability and or young adults with self-esteem issues or anything like that. And they come and work alongside us and we train them how to work. And then they move on into full-time employment. In the last year, about 8 adults to New York, and they're going to work in a full-time position in money. Previously before that, I was an educator at the real school, the payroll school, and what used to be cooperative learning. I would go around the schools and support their special educational needs and enable those children to stay in and mainstream school. And before that, I was in the army. I've lived everywhere. One of the two places I haven't lived in Stanley is Hanfield Village in Northwest. I've lived everywhere else. The people through our cafe, you get a wide variety of people who talk about toilet roll to the Conservative Party and everything in between. And you will find that they all have an opinion. Right or wrongly. And it's a great place to find out what is happening in Stanley. And that's it. That's why I'm here. Thank you.
Thanks, Sarah, for that. Frankie, do you want to?
Yeah, so I'm Frankie, I'm 35, I've lived in Stanley for about 11 years now. My main thing would be the fact that I volunteer at Path House now for years. I do a lot of fundraising there. I run a kids group there. I'm part of a kids group at the Boise, which enables me to support people of all ages. Obviously, we get young people in with a lot of challenges. We get adults in, some parents, some are just adults that need support. Obviously, I've been there while we've needed so much support with food bank and stuff like that. So I'm very aware of real issues within our community. I've got 2 teenagers who have both now left school, and they have obviously gone to local school Tanfield, and I'm aware of a lot of the issues and the lack of support for mental health. That is one of my main focuses, young people for mental health and how they go from being at school for basic education to the real world where there's not a lot of support. Mental health support before you're 18 is absolutely horrendous, especially if there's trauma related issues, stuff like that. Obviously they were all COVID kids. They had to go through all the household issues of during COVID, where they did forget how to socialise. A lot of them haven't recovered yet, and we're seeing that play regular in both children and adults. So I want to be able to support that on a bigger scale. Obviously, I'm part of the AAP as well, so I've got a little bit of knowledge there as to what's needed in different areas. Yeah,
That's 3 minutes. Thank you for that. Seeing consider the application and the
So I think what was kind of difficult for the agenda was obviously if anybody want to ask any questions of Sarah and probably
Anybody got any questions that would like? James?
Yeah, just a quick question for Sarah, actually. I know from social media, and I know we take everything in social media with a pinch of salt, so it's nice to actually see you here in person. But there has been a petition, I believe, set up to dissolve the town council.
So, sorry, what's the question?
There was a petition on social media. There was a petition set up to dissolve the town council, which I believe, again, everything's with a pinch of salt. That was by yourself. What's changed your position?
To gather people's opinions on the stance of council, which I have to say are not very positive, and we're not very positive in the campaign. So this is why I'm here to feedback and report that actually there's something to be proud of.
Anybody else got any questions?
So to the board, really, Frankie and Sarah. Obviously, the town council has been here quite a while now, and I just wondered if from your team's perspective, what do you think are the main challenges facing the council at the minute and the community? And the second one will be what are the main opportunities you think council would do to improve the area? I don't know which one wants to go first, but they would be my 2 questions.
So for me personally, I feel that the main issues within the Stanley area is the rising homelessness and the fact that kids don't have a clue how to do real life. and they are both things that could be dealt with the right guidance. And obviously, you're always seeing things going on in Stanley, bring events, things to try and bring the community together, and that's all down at the council. So it is positive, but I think we'll put more out there to do with reality. Like the art show that's coming up, I think that's going to be absolutely fantastic because it's going to cover everyone's point of view of like mental health and everything else.
Yes, I think the main challenge that some town council have is public engagement. But I think there's a lot of people out there who don't believe in saying content. I think and I think the challenge that some town council have is to make sure that there's some open and honest discussions and opportunities to engage with those people who are not engaging and make sure that, like, is it James?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Like Jerry said, that what is on social media and what people are thinking and believing, and that is put out there to everybody is the truth.
So at this point, we need to go to the board. So can I ask Sarah and Frankie just to step outside? Few minutes. Yes, so how do we consider both applicants? And on this occasion, the water frequency will go to Frankie. So apologies, Sarah. You know, you're interested, Sarah, you're representing people on this, so please continue on meetings and please continue, relation concerns. Thank you. Frankie, I'll be in touch. Yeah.
Right, can you hear us, James?
Sorry.
We'll move on to item 17, which is the parish meeting.
Thank you, Chair. This was just to inform council that I received formal complaint about the timing of the parish meeting, which was held at 5:30. So it was just members to know that I apologise for this minor error, and will ensure future meetings are held on or later than 6 p.m. What I did notice is in the schedule of meetings that we agreed at the last meeting, whilst we agreed the annual general meeting, we didn't agree the annual town meeting. So I wondered if we could agree that tonight. So the annual town meeting or the parish meeting, whatever you want to call it, has to be held between the 1st of March and the 1st of June, and our AGM June held in May. And I don't really want to do it on the same day. It's too much. Yeah. Oh, I think that's desk around with me update. Can you remember off the top of your head? It's normally the fourth.
The fourth.
The fourth Thursday.
Fourth Thursday in May.
So it's really a date.
Can I just check in terms of the AGM council, there's election made.
Right.
So you'll need to make sure the council AGM is now down to the parish meeting because the new members will have a chance to set the agenda. So you might want to consider bumping it back until later in the year and giving new members an opportunity to bed in and have a think about what they want to do, would be my suggestion.
So we'll have to have it before the 1st of June. That fit in with that timeline?
Hang on, the AGM will suggest the election in the first week in May, so we'll have new members in.
I thought that and come back.
I think we're reading that one so the next one.
Yes, I have to leave that one with me.
Thank you for that one. Is that all you want to see on the Move on to item 18, date, time and venue for next week. On Tuesday, the 23rd of July, 2024, 6:30 at the venue, Weir Road, Stanley. And item 19 is exclusion of press and public. Resolved at the public body.